All righty. What is going on, everyone? We're doing a little website break action. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, happy to see everyone, and I thank you for joining the break. We are doing 2024 Topps Series 1 half jumbo case break number 118. We got hey, no volume, no volume, no volume, no volume. What's up, John? All right. So, again, I can't thank you guys enough for going to the website, checking it out, buying a spot. We are here filling another one. I really do appreciate it. We don't have to do our usual eBay spiel. We're just going to break. We do have some other breaks over there on the website still. 117, I think, is down to like 3 teams left. I will check it probably after we do this break. Maybe put the last few teams on sale. We get those full. We could do that tomorrow afternoon because we do have a full slate of eBay breaks tonight at 9:30, 10:30, and 11:30. So I know a lot of you guys are on the East Coast, so you don't like to do the after midnight breaks. So if we fill 117, we can shoot for tomorrow on that. Randoms, we got both of them are about half full. So cheap spots and a bunch of spots left. We're giving away the Yankees in the Blaster break. Blasters will be interesting. They have all those like bunny rabbit and Easter egg parallels and all that stuff in there. And then the hobby random. And we'll post a couple more pick your team, probably a Blaster pick your team, so on and so forth up there in the next day or so when I find a spare moment. I am running a bit ragged this week. So I was literally running late because I'm sorting cards and I lost track of time. So and then we get done this. I'll go back to sort cards and we'll do eBay and we'll blah, 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 blah. Busy week. So, all right, let's find some goodness. Let's go over the teams. D-backs, Bryce T, Braves, Robert H, Orioles, Edward K, Red Sox, Jacob C, Cubs, Ben A, White Sox, Robert H, Reds, Adam S, Guardians, Carl J, Rockies, Jacob C, Tigers, Roger M, Royals, Brian R, Astros, Umberto Q, Angels, Adam S, Dodgers, Brian G, Brewers, John T, Twins, and Marlins, Chris F, Mets, Edward K, Yankees, Thomas L, A's, Rich L, Phillies, Jeremy J, Pirates, Bryce T, Cardinals, Matthew M, Padres and Giants, Robert H, Mariners, Bryce T, Rays, Rich L, Rangers, Edward K, Blue Jays, Robert S, and Nationals, Roger M. There we go. So thank you guys for joining us. One other little side note. The eBay breaks tonight, because I know many of you will be there too. The jumbo is listed at 10:30. It's actually 11:30. It was a mistake in the listing. So we have Stadium Club at 9:30, Series 1 Hobby at 10:30, and then the jumbo is going to be at 11:30. So if you get into that one, just so you know, we'll put up a message for everyone. I'm sure someone will be upset. What can you do? All right, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. All right, silver packies. All right. So you will not believe this, John. You're going to love this. Well, a lot of you guys are going to like the story. A lot of you have heard part of this story already. So I was telling you guys a few weeks ago, that we had a package get lost with a very significant card in it. Packages don't get lost often. It's kind of people think it happens more than it does, but it happens on a rare occasion. And there was literally like a $600 card, unfortunately, in the package that got lost. Now, by eBay standards, I am not under any De La Cruz auto. I'm not under any obligation to replace a card, but I do. Bought them a brand new card. John helped me find it. The whole 9 yards. Sent it. It got authenticated. Blah blah blah. In the end, the whole thing with shipping, with everything, cost me about almost $700. And fine, it's cost of doing business. You know, it happens sometimes. Zach Wheeler, rainbow foil for the Phillies for Jeremy J. So it went to authentication, came back. I shipped it priority mail to the person. They got it, this and that. And then last night I get done the breaks. Gunner, greatest hits. And the guy has filed for a refund now. I'm like, now, technically, by eBay standards, my only responsibility was to give him a refund. You know, I mean, like, yes, I realized there was a very expensive card in there, and I wouldn't do that because I love this hobby, and I would be upset too. But you would think somebody would take the, hey, thank you for, here's Cedane Rafael rookie. Thank you for replacing this card when you're under no obligation to do so. And, oh, yeah, by the way, now I want my refund. I was just like, oh. See, that's the type of person that I just say, you know, karma's a bitch, man. Something like this comes back to bite you. To $2.99, Ken Griffey on the black. Blueprint. Very cool. Cool looking card. No. He wants a full refund now. So all in all, this whole jaunt, this guy's spot is getting close to $1,000. It's cost me. Uribe rookie gold foil. There you go, John. Nice one there. Yeah, so I'm dancing in the $900 to $1,000 range on this guy's break spot at this point. Can you believe that? But like I said, it doesn't matter. eBay's not going to side with me if I try to fight it. So, and I know that. Are you kidding me? Are we frozen? Or is that my? Oh no. Sorry, I'm watching after last night. I'm watching the feed just to make sure we don't have any issues. And I just have to believe that karma comes back on someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, you want to take me for a ride? And I can, and like I said, I know eBay's not going to, even though I've already put in the work to help this person out, they're not going to defend me. So I got to hope that somebody's going to screw this guy on the opposite side for me. Somebody's going to pay it forward for me, I hope, one day. I know, right? Yeah, well, of course, this is a guy who's not a regular. He's, I don't know if he ever bought into a break other than this one before, to be honest. I don't think he ever did. Nick Forte's gold foil. But I was just shocked. Like, again, and of course, and I think I told you guys this before, you know, he was all flexing when this was happening. I'm going to ruin you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, there's no reason for any of that. Oh, I'm going to call Sports Card Radio. Go ahead and call Sports Card Radio. I don't care. You know, but like, you're not going to scare me into buying you the card. I would do that for anyone. Like, I'd be upset. But if I would have told him to go to eBay would have said, no, just refund him his spot. That's what you're responsible for. But I feel bad. I got to sleep at night, you know? But to go through all that, it was a pain in the ass to find the card. John found the card for me because I was looking for a couple weeks at that point for it. Finally get it. Just pay whatever so I can get it and get it to the guy. And then to turn around and ask for a refund. I'm like, wow, this guy's got balls. He might be. I'll tell you what, I have been paying a lot of attention. I've searched over and over again. I actually know what the card is, what it's numbered to and everything. It is lost in the mail system. It says that it went to missing mail in Atlanta and they haven't been able to find it. Joey Votto, rainbow foil. I have paid very close attention to the internet. I know the exact numbering on the card to see if it would come up for sale somewhere. Because, I mean, I do have video of it so I can claim it as mine, you know, Kershaw blueprint. So, like, if it does come up for sale, I can be like, no, that's my card because here's the video right here. And believe me, it has run through my mind that this guy was doing something. But look, I want people to have the cards they have. And again, I understand. I don't like the hit, but it's the cost of doing business. It's not something that happens often, and I would do it for anyone, you know. But I would think somebody would be polite enough not to turn around and then screw me on the and be like, "Oh, and I want the refund." Like, really? You know, and his reasoning is he never received the package, so he didn't get his base cards, basically, is what he's saying. Like, well, I can put together some base cards for you if you want it. Henry Davis home run challenge. So, what are you going to do? Jordan Romano, gold foil. Yeah, I saw that. I was actually, I tried to, I have a really nice Whit Merrifield from Museum case hit. Sal Frelick on the greatest hits rookie. I was looking for it real quick before we came on to try to put it up in the back, but I'll dig it out for tonight as our newest Philly. Oh yeah, Andrew, I already blocked him and banned him and everything. He won't be buying into breaks here again. Yeah, my other thing is if I should go on the Discord, the eBay Certified Breaker Discord page and tell the other breakers about it. Because I don't want somebody else to get hammered by this guy if he's somehow pulling the wool over my eyes. I don't think he is on the lost package, but hey, who knows? There are people smarter than me in the world, that's for sure. Oh, nice. Colton Cowser, auto. Sweet. Yeah, people are loving hangers, right? Daniel Placencia, rookie auto for the Cubbies. Oh, here's another thing that'll make you laugh. All right, I know John's here. It's Chris and Rich here. Hey, the one thing I didn't tell you about, this is a different thing I'm talking about here, but John knows what I'm talking about. The other night when I was so upset with our Cubs buyer, you know what the funniest part of the whole thing is? He has never paid for the spot that he got the other night. It's still unpaid for. Spencer Strider gold foil. The one break he's bought into in like 2 years, and he hasn't paid for the spot. I'm having a tough run the last few weeks. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know there are people like, "Why are you sending me these base cards? Well, we ship all cards." I had a guy contact me the other night. I think because I've always shipped all cards, I don't pay attention to what a lot of other breakers actually do. I mean, I'll watch breaks here and there just to see the product or whatever. But Henry Davis rookie. Had this guy contact me who's a big Orioles fan, and he was like, "Could we work a deal where I buy all your Orioles base cards?" And I was a little confused at first when I saw him. Like, what is this guy talking about? And I was like, "Oh no, we ship all cards." And he was telling me he's got deals with like 4 other breakers where he buys like certain teams, all their cards from a certain team because they don't ship them. Jordan, Bat Relic on the throwback Bat Relic. Yeah, I'm gonna try, Andrew. I am gonna try. As of right now, there's no reason I shouldn't be going. December was a little tough because of just my other company and stuff, but yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna do everything I can to make an appearance in March. Griffey, Alec Marks, rookie Rainbow, and Buster Posey. Actually, yeah, I thought I did too. You know, I mean, it was a nice car. It was a Colt Emerson, the 150, this and that, whatever. But I don't know. I thought I went above and beyond too. But look, this is somebody who's taking advantage of the situation. You know, I made it very clear to him in the beginning, but the thing is, I could fight it, but I just know I'm not going to win. So it's not really, even though I've sent him the card, have the proof of sending him a replacement and this and that, eBay's never going to side with me on it. So why waste the energy? You know, I was talking to the post office. They're like, well, you should file for the insurance. And I'm like, what I didn't take insurance on the card. See, that was my fault. Usually, and that's where I did make a mistake. Usually, if we pull a card over like $500 or $400, I send it UPS. And I don't know why. Andy Rodriguez, 47 of 2024. I think I just wasn't paying attention, or the guys, I think the guys were back from college. Some of the guys who helped me sort and stuff, and they might have done it. So that was my first process. So it went through the post office instead of UPS for a pricier card. So for that alone, I feel partially responsible. Max Muncy, and for some reason, on the Midwest and West, UPS have been having some troubles. Or not UPS, the post office. Stuff's been getting there, but some stuff's been running late and getting. So I don't know. It is what it is. One of the Andrew Knaps. Yeah. Hey man, I don't have this $600 Colt Emerson. Would you be interested in an Andrew Knapp Rainbow from 2013? The other thing is, though, I do still have the tracking on the original package. I check it every day because I have had this happen a few times before, where a package got lost and I replaced a card that was in it because it was of some value. Not quite this much. Usually it hasn't been more than like a $75 or $80 card or something like that. And then it had like a month later it show up. And one time the guy contacted me and was like, hey, listen, man, I know you bought me a replacement, but the card showed up. I want to send it back to you. And he did. It was really nice of him. And I wouldn't have asked him to. But this one I'm going to keep paying attention to, see if it shows up. Be like, yo, dude, send the card back. All right, Toronto. Commemorative Stadium Medallion of the Rogers Center, Bo Bichette. I like these a lot, even though they're a manufactured relic. 296 of 299. Oh, Blue Jays, Robert S. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, no, I know guys who do that too. Who they'll discount shipping or they'll discount, whatever for. But the funny part is they just turn around and sell it. See, that's always been my problem with. I mean, we've talked about it on here freaking 50 times probably. I don't understand how you can sell someone a team and then go, oh yeah, we're going to sell some of your team cards to someone else. The Reds, gold foil. I obviously don't have a good enough conscience to pull that off. And they'll give you the whole spiel of, oh, well, it's a sorting issue. It takes too much time, this and that, whatever. But they still sell the cards. They all do. Arenado. Believe me, nobody's sitting around with, a million base cards piled up around them because they don't want to ship them. They just find out that, okay, you bought the Orioles for $100. I'll send you the hits and the rookies. And then I'll resell the Oriole base for another $15 to someone else. And they just made more money. But I don't get how you sell a team and then send all the cards. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It was one of the reasons why I started breaking. I had two huge problems with breakers when I used to buy into breaks all the time. Was the shipping thing, not shipping base. And look, I get it. Some products base is complete junk. I understand that. But for people who are set collectors, that's not the case. They want every card they can get. They're putting sets together. But there is quote unquote base out there that has value. Bowman, especially. Bowman first cards, paper. I mean, okay, they're not a lot, but if you get 10 first Bowman papers and sell them as a lot for $15 on eBay, that's still something. You know what I mean? That's why those guys sell the base, because people either want to make sets or they want to put them in lots and sell them. DeGrom foil. Yeah, it's a weird thing. That's why I always just thought, and believe me, it is time consuming. Alonso, Like, especially this week with Series 1 coming out. If I am literally over this whole week, if I'm not opening cards, I am sorting cards because, between the website breaks and eBay breaks and this and that, we're going to have to sort like 30,000 cards this weekend. It's a lot. I get it. But guess what? It's part of the job, you know? The crazy part, now I talked about this a few weeks ago, is when you get the random guy who out of nowhere is like, I think you shorted me like 2 Paul Goldschmidt base cards. And I'm like, really? Like, wow. And then they'll give you a list. Yeah, well, I was going through the break and here's what I got. And they have every single card written down that came out. I'm like, wow, how do you have the time to even do this? Like, because look, when I sort the cards, I use a huge table and I have mats, like the mats that are here, but I have mats with all the teams on them that I had made. And that way it protects the cards and they're in alphabetical order and all that kind of stuff. And, you're piling up hundreds and hundreds of cards. Sometimes one, from the Angels pile gets in the Dodgers pile. You don't mean to, but it happens sometimes, And you guys have seen it before. I know you all have, where you get an odd team, like a random base card of someone or whatever. You'll get certain guys who pay attention to like every single card. And then you're like, well, let me see if I can find you some of those. Yeah, I do too. I don't buy into, and you know what? If I don't want them, then that's my choice, Luke Rayleigh to $4.99. Like, all the, one thing I do love to do, especially with Bowman breaks. So honestly, from the time I started breaking, I used to buy into breaks every day of the week back in the day before I started breaking myself. Now I just don't have the time. Half the time I buy into breaks, I never even watch them because I don't have time to. I'm always dealing with this, Nico Goldfoil. But it's kind of like, hey, if you don't want the base, then fine, get rid of it yourself, But Don Mattingly, I don't know. Anytime the rare times I'll go on to some random places is when Bowman comes out. Like sometimes I'll just be in the mood for a Bowman break. I'll go on Whatnot or something like that and buy in. And I always start the argument when I see they don't ship base. I go, "Oh, you guys don't ship base?" Of course I know. I just do it because it always starts this huge argument. Where people are like, "But I don't understand why." And they're like, "You knew it was in the listing. You knew before you bought it." Like, dude, I'm just breaking balls. People get really hot about it. They should. Ooh, we got here a nice Sedane Raphael for the Red Sox, rainbow foil. Jacob, go buddy. Oh, I know. Believe me, I am not. Look, I've explained my theory on, like, I like to run breaks that are affordable. It is really important to me. I mean, sometimes you can't help it. The product's just expensive. You get it. But you guys know, for the most part, that's why, like, I do smaller breaks. I want people to be able to afford it. And I always see, like, Hobby Legend and his 40 case breaks and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, man. Who does the sorting over there? There's no way I could do a 40 case break. I'd have to do it and then shut down for like a month while I sorted 40 cases with my couple guys. I wonder how long it would take me to sort 40 cases. There'd have to be some serious money to be made off of that to ship all cards out of that. Well, I used to know, I know a lot of breakers who used to not do stuff like this for that exact reason. Chris Murphy Gold, 933 of 2024. So I don't know how many of you, I'm sure many of you are, I'm sure all of you know who CSB is, Card Smith. For years, he never broke product like this because he didn't want to do the sort. And then he figured out he could not ship base or this or that, and then figured out that people wanted it, and he started doing it a few years back. But for a lot of years, he would never break like Series 1 or anything like that. It was like beneath him. JJ Bleday, Gold Foil, which I always thought was ridiculous, but hey, if that's your choice, that's your choice, you know? Hey, you figure you take the good with the bad, you know? You get ones like this where you got to put a lot of work in, and then you get other times when you break, Inception, and there's 7 cards in a box, and it takes like 12 minutes to do the whole thing. What's up, Chris? Yeah, well, some of them, I think they need it. Like even okay, so Henry Davis, rookie. So Filth Bomb did 100 case break the other day. And obviously they're not shipping base. But I would assume that even if you say you're not shipping base, you still have to ship rookies and inserts and obviously the hits, you know. But I mean, that still takes some work to go through and pull all the rookies out. So unless they don't, I don't know. Maybe they don't. I've never bought into a break like that with them, but I assume that they do. David Bednar to $2.99 for the Pirates. So I mean, that still takes some work to pull all the rookies out, and you know. Pirates is Bryce, 189 of 299. Behind that, Grayson Rodriguez, future star. Tony Gwynn, Grand Gamers, and Buxton throwback. Chris, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Apparently, we're supposed to have snow here tonight. Guys at work were telling me that this morning. I went online. I was like, oh my God, look. We've been having some weird snow around here this year. Like, it comes out of nowhere. We had a snowstorm earlier in the week where I was up at like 4 in the morning and there was no snow. And I went to sleep and got back up at like 7 and there was like 4 inches of snow on the ground. It wasn't even snowing at 4. I was like, what in the hell? De La Cruz. Oh, did you guys see the thing they announced today that they're doing the first print? I don't know how many of you guys saw that. I saw it on Instagram. So another variation that, you know, they're I guess they didn't put it on the checklist, but so for like the rookie cards, there's a De La Cruz out there that says first one printed or first print right above it, where it's the actual first one that was printed. And they have it for, I don't know if they have it for all cards or just the rookie cards, but that would be a monster find, one of those. Jason Dominguez. Soto, home run challenge. And Mets gold foil. Mets heavy hitter Cheryl Ladd. Move a little base. Yeah, we've actually had a few storms this year. It had been like 3 years since we had any snow. This will be like, I think, our third or fourth storm we're having. Mookie. Jordan. It was weird though when it snowed the other day though. It hit real fast. And then like later in the afternoon, most of it was gone. It heated up a little bit but it was enough to close schools and all that. Although school gets closed for everything nowadays. These kids are such wimps anymore. They get like an inch of snow, they give them off. You could be when we were kids, you could be bleeding out of your eyes and you still had to go to school. Drives me nuts. I mean, I've seen when my son was in high school, I had seen times when they canceled it on the threat of snow that never even came. Like, there's a possibility we're going to have 3 inches tomorrow. And they're like, oh, school's closed. It's like, it hasn't, and it never even snowed. Like, that's so nuts. Josh Naylor, rainbow foil. Lawsuits. That's what took care of it all. Lawsuits. My son's school didn't have detention in any shape or form. Sedane Raphael, throwback rookie in Harper, because they got sued by someone like 8 years ago or something like that. So they ended all detention. I was like, how do you have school and not have detention? Like, I lived in detention when I was in school. My mother thought we actually got out at like 3:30 every day instead of 2:30 because I was in detention every day. And it was funny because when he was a freshman, I think or maybe he was a sophomore, I went to like the open house night, the parents' night or whatever, and another parent brought that up. Like, well, what, is there a demerit system? Is there detention? And they were like, oh, no, 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 we don't have detention here. And all of us were like, what do you mean? How can you not have detention? Well, we got a lawsuit some years back, so we got rid of it. So it's like, well, what do you do to discipline the kids? It's basically like you come here. If you get in trouble, we'll kind of like sit you down and talk to you or kick you out. There's no in between. I have a feeling I would have been kicked out of his school pretty quickly. Logan Webb on the, what are these? The City Connect. That's it. City Connect relic cards for San Francisco. Robert. There you go, buddy. Yeah, tell me about it. I know. I could have been rich too. When so my school career was I went to public school until 7th grade. And in 7th grade, I got in quite a lot of trouble in school. Dean Kramer for Goldfoil. So I went to private school the next year and I repeated 7th grade. I actually passed 7th grade. I didn't fail, but the private school I went to started at 7th grade and it was easier to start there in 7th grade. And I barely passed 7th grade the year before because of some troubles I got in. So my mother was like, you're going to repeat 7th grade. I was like, okay. I was lucky I wasn't in jail, to be honest with you. So I was a hellion as a child. So I went to private school, and there it was like corporal punishment, And if you got detention there, you got Saturday detention. You were there all day, and you had to work with the groundskeeper and like mow lawns and trim trees, do all kind of like real serious labor. I guess they don't do that anymore. I don't know. I who knows how they win it, but apparently it's fairly common that schools don't have detention anymore because of some of these things. Postseason relic Nick Castellanos for the Phils. That is numbered 8/99. But yeah, I mean, it was like it's so funny too because the private school. I don't know if any of you went to private school or went to an all boys. It was an all boys private school that I went to. And I will be honest with you, being in an all boys school is not really as annoying as you think. It actually is kind of makes life a little easier. Bryson Stott. We barely ever had fights in school. They were very, very rare. But the great part was the school was run by the purest fathers of Hungary. So that alone could tell you it's a little hardcore. And again, this was the 80s. If you did have a fight in school, they would stop the fight, take you to the gym, bring everyone down there, and let you beat the piss out of each other from the whole school until someone won. Something tells me they don't do that anymore either. But again, this was like 87, 86, somewhere around there. I was in one of those fights when I was a freshman. And the funny thing was, I left. Oh wait, I left private school after my freshman year, and I went to a local Catholic school to finish for my sophomore, junior, and senior year. And the only thing I noticed on the first day I walked in was the perfume from the girls. Like I had like a headache from it. 'Cause after being in all boys school for the previous 3 years, like I walked in and was just like, oh, what is that? It was just like perfume and hairspray and we had tons of fights because all the fights were over girls anyway. Jonathan India foil, but rainbow foil. The Jeets, Grand Gamer, Ripken throwback, Calzer rookie. John, that Calzer you pulled, it was an auto, numbered or not, or was it? What was it? Soderstrom, Henry Davis. There is a million Henry Davis rookies. I don't know why there's so many of him. I mean, we've done, like I said, we've been trying to stay on top of the sorting, like literally sorting every day after the breaks are done. Every one, Henry Davis has like so many more rookie cards than anyone else. For the Mariners, Dominic Canzone, rookie auto on the throwback. That's on card. Dominic Canzone. Bryce. Go, buddy. Oh, really? It's funny. I asked my son when he was in school, I was like, do you ever have any fights in school? He goes, rarely. He's like, I think he told me about once or twice where something started, but he's like, it does not happen very often. Kopesh. Whereas when we were younger, there were fights all the time. Well, not in the all boys school, but in the other schools I was in, there were fights all the time. So I don't know. I mean, but that was also a time back then when you could get in a fight and not have to worry about getting shot or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like if I were a kid nowadays, I'd be a little nervous about throwing a punch at someone too, because Lord knows what they're going to pull out of their backpack. You know, I mean, at least when I was a kid, threw a punch, someone threw a punch back at you. That's the way it was. I'm not condoning fighting for any younger people out there, but it was you kind of knew where you stood, and it's just what you did, and you didn't worry about repercussions like that. Nowadays, you gotta be like, you don't know what's gonna happen. All right, box 3. Trey Cabbage. Oh, they caught. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sure I punched the teacher too when I was in school by accident. Another vintage stock. Charlie Morton for the Bravos. I love these vintage stock. They look great. 10 of 99. Robert. Oh yeah, I'm sure, Mike. I'm sure you're absolutely right. Emmett Sheehan, rookie for the Dodgers on the gold foil. All tops team Matt Olson. So tonight on eBay we got Stadium Club Blasters to start out. Then we got a Series 1 Hobby and Series 1 Jumbo breaks. And same lineup tomorrow night too. So I think auctions start ending at 7:30 Eastern time, I think. Remembering right. Again, most of you might have been here earlier, but just again for tonight, for those who are around, there's a mistake in the listing on the jumbo. It's going to be at 11:30 that break. Nice Encarnacio Strand rookie gold foil. It says 10:30 in the description. It's going to be at 11:30. The hobby's going to be at 10:30. So just FYI. Yeah, hockey style. All right. Let them punch each other out until it's easier to take them apart. You know, it's funny. The high school that I graduated from Catholic high school. We had a dean of discipline there, Patrick Bailey, Rainbow Foil. I mean, that was his job. He was just the dean of discipline. You got in trouble, you had to go see him. He was a football coach there too. He was a big dude. And I don't know why, but just last week, Royce Lewis, that like popped in my head. So I went on their site, and they still have a dean of discipline at that school. So I don't know. Maybe they're maybe they do still do some of that stuff. Who knows? What a job. Oh, I'm the dean of discipline. I'm just here to. I'm sure it had a much different meaning back in the day than it does now, but the guy used to hate me. Oh God, I was in school. So I had a pickup truck when I was in high school, a Chevy S10 with the extended cab. It was a 19. What was it? I think it was a 1984 Chevy S10 black that I bought myself. And I mean, you guys know what insurance costs nowadays. Back then, it was even more crazy for like a teenager to be insured. So my father insured my truck through his company, Willie Castro, Rainbow Foil. So I had commercial insurance on my pickup truck through his company. So I used to go around in the mornings and pick up all kinds of people and have them just jump in the bed of my pickup truck. And this guy hated it. Zach Geloff, rookie. And he would literally like wait in the parking lot for me to yell at me. And I'd be like, but it was legal because I had commercial insurance. I could have people in the back. He hated me so much. He just bust me on anything he could. It was fun. It was like a little cat and mouse game with him. Soderstrom, another Henry Davis. I'm telling you, there's 8 billion Henry Davis rookies. Matt Olson home run challenge. Wilmer Flores a gold foil. Bobby Witt. Ooh, there's a rare Junior Caminero for the Rays rookie. For Rich. I think it's only the second one. We pulled one out of a silver pack, and that's the first one we pulled from a regular box. It was a study all the yeah. Well, they had to justify giving him a full paycheck, you know. They had to have him do something. Was the detention teacher? Yeah, I think a lot of them were always like somehow, you know, attached to discipline or safety or something. They roamed the halls with their whistles and yelled at kids, "Where's your hall pass?" Oh no! All right, my guy who's his name was Mr. Stratz. I'll never forget him. Who was the dean of discipline and one of the football coaches, and he was built. Excuse my language, like a brick shit house. He was like 6 foot tall and just like solid. He was not a guy you want to get into it with, man. He would drop you in a minute. Jacob Amaya, rookie for the Marlins. And back then, coaches were much meaner than they are today. Of course, they used to actually like abuse their, Nowadays you have to get water breaks every 15 minutes and all that. We didn't get that type of stuff back then. He was a nasty guy. He was mean. They put the right guy in charge of discipline. He and I didn't like each other very much. And I was a jerk. I mean, I was, I know it's hard to believe, but I was a real smart ass when I was a kid, which got me in a lot of trouble over the years. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would have done it a lot differently. It took me into my older years to realize you catch more flies with honey, David Bednar for the Pirates. David Bednar. Baseball Stars autograph. I agree. That's exactly what mine was like. They had no neck. It's just, that's so funny that you say that. Pirates is Bryce. All right, Braxton Garrett, gold foil. Gavin Williams, Hauser. When I was when I was a kid, I was a decent basketball player, and when I was in private school, it was one of the reasons I wanted out of the private school which was a huge mistake for my future. I should have stayed, but De La Cruz, but it was a very very small school. But I won a state championship in basketball as a starting point guard when I was a freshman. Okay. Dominguez rookie. Something looked different about that to me, but it's not. Nick Senzel to 2024. So one of the reasons I went to the high school I went to is because he wanted me to play basketball there, and they gave me a few dollars, wink, wink, because it was Catholic school. You had to pay for it. They called it an academic scholarship, but I was there really there to play basketball. So my sophomore year, I got deathly ill, really, really sick, and I was in the hospital for like 6 weeks. I mean, they didn't think I was going to make it. I should have croaked when I was like 16, right? And it's far too complicated to go into what was wrong. But anyway, I did get out and survive the whole thing, and I had missed the beginning of the season. Wilson Contreras for the Cardinals is Matthew M. And but my doctor was like, you can't play any sports for at least 6 months because my spleen was like from all the medication and stuff. 5/14 of 2024. And I went back to school. I had this huge brace on my neck. I was a mess. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was not in good shape. And the second day I was back in school, the coach came to me and was like, "When will you be playing basketball?" I was like, "I can't play this season." And he threw me off the team for being sick. I was just like, and he was like, "You ungrateful." He cursed me up and down. I did this on purpose. I'm like, dude, I was just dying in the hospital. Like, and I never played basketball again after that. The guy just like, "Well, you're not going to play. We don't need you. You're off the team." I was like, wow. And even like the next year, I tried to talk to him and like, "Hey, can I come back?" He's like, "No, I don't want you on my team. Like, like you're a wuss or something." I was like, could you imagine if a coach did that now? I mean, you'd sue the school into submission. He was nutcase, that guy. That's when I played. Do you guys remember O'Donnell Foyle? He was on my team there at that school. Um, oh, Rosarena. I was he was a freshman when I was a sophomore, and he played at my school for 1 year before he went to New York and played in Colgate, and then he was in the NBA for a bunch of years, mostly off the bench and stuff. He was a really nice kid. He was from Africa, and it was a real kind of shady thing with him. I never really fully understood it. These professors at Colgate were like on a mission trip in Africa and met him. And they were like, "Well, we'll sponsor you to come to the States if you want to play basketball," wink, wink. And then they had to kind of, by whatever the rules were back then, at first he couldn't go and stay with them because they were college professors, both at, um, yeah, Cornell, right? Wasn't it Cornell? I think both at Cornell. And then he just happened to play his college basketball there at the same school. It was a really strange situation, but we did. I played with him for one. Well, I only played with him for a little bit because I was sick most of the year. But he was on my team that year. Margot, Red Sox, Chipper Jones, the throwback relic for the Bravos. For Robert. Pierce played for the Saints High School. Saints High School football coach. I don't. What am I not getting there, Chris? Something with the Saints? Perdomo, gold foil. Kids I went to school with wouldn't try to fight him for being called a wuss. All right. J Rod and Wade Boggs. All right, let's open some silver pack lovelies. Oh, we have to do a graded card giveaway too. I'm gonna have to double check my wheel before we do it. All right, silver packies. Good luck. Vladdy. There's a junior Caminero, Bo Jackson, and Altuve. No, I get that it was the Saints, but mine played for the Saints high school football coach. The Saints high school football coach? I'm just confused by that. I got that you were talking about the NFL, but all right, Ellie De La Cruz, rookie. Shunel and Robin Yount. And we got some blue coming up. All right, Curtis Mead, Griffey, Trey Turner, and Mark McGuire for the Athletics. Numbered 119 of 150. For Rich. Herrera, Laddie Daddy, J Rod, and Evan Carter, rookie for the Rangers. Oh, you were high school. Okay. Oh, you're a high school coach. I played for the Saints. I got you. I misunderstood. Pete Crow Armstrong, rookie. Nolan Ryan, Kershaw, and Ronnie Mauricio, rookie. All right, last pack. Westberg, rookie. Mike Trout, Jason Dominguez, rookie, and Tatis. All right, well, we covered a lot of the good rookies on the silver packies, which is good. Let's see, who do we end up getting? Dominguez, Westberg, Mauricio, Armstrong, Carter, Pereira, Mead, De La Cruz, and Caminero. Yeah, you got most of the good guys. All right, folks. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this awesome website break. You guys are the best. I do truly, truly appreciate it. We don't have any card randoms, thank God. We are going to do graded card giveaway in a minute. Let me put a hit recap together real fast. Do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, you got it, Matt. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I know not to be pushy, but that 117, like I said, is like 3 teams away. We fill that. We could do that tomorrow at the same time. 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon, something like that. If you guys are down, if anybody wants to pick those up. Okay. Now, going back to the phone. I got to check the wheel on my phone because we haven't used it in a while. Just got to make sure it's up to date. Or if I can even find the damn thing. Where is it? Hello? What the? Well, that's strange. My wheel seems to. Oh, no, there it is. Not. All right. Give me 1 sec so I can update this wheel real quick. Should have done this beforehand, but I just totally forgot about it until right now. We're running low. I'm waiting on I have another order coming back. We got that one. Although the ones we got left we're down to like 10 left, but there's some pretty good ones here. So we have a pretty good shot of getting something decent. Okay, that's gone. Bradley Titan I gave away. Okay, I think we're up to date now. All right, let me set up the random. We'll do that real quick. Spin the wheel. See what we got. We'll do a hit recap, and we'll get out of here. .org. Excuse me. Come on, random. Alrighty. Sorry for the delay. Let's move back here. What the hell? Okay, why isn't it coming up? What's going on here? For some reason, random.org doesn't want to come up on the screen. We've done this like 8,000 times. Why isn't it working today? Okay, okay. What's the problem? Ay, ay, ay. Doesn't make any sense. It's not coming up for some reason. All right. Well, we're about to do it old school way. Shit. This would make life so much easier if it would just work. Why isn't it working? Excuse me. Window capture Chrome random.org randomizer blah blah blah. The hell? Huh. This is really odd. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this random a little bit later. I got to fix this. I don't know what's going on here. Let's do the hit recap, and then tonight before the eBay breaks, I'll do the random for this card. So I'll put it up as a separate video so you can kind of stop back and see it. But I need to figure out what's going on here. This doesn't make sense. Something's not right. But we'll get it done tonight. We'll get the random card giveaway done tonight, and it'll be posted. So I really need to fix this, though. All right, let's do a hit recap. 2024 Top Series 1/2 Jumbo Case Break number 18. Let's start with the gold foils. Forte, Romano, Strider, the Reds, Bleday, Horner, Mets, Kramer, Sheehan rookie, Kopech, Flores, Garrett, Perdomo. Rainbow foils, Bailey, Amaya rookie, Rosarena, Cano, Wheeler, Votto, Muncy, Marsh, DeGrom, Rodriguez, and Naylor. Just a junior Caminero throwback rookie I pulled out. India was mixed in there, and Willie Castro. Some oddities that I pulled out. Numbered parallels to 299, Ken Griffey on the blueprint. To 2024, Endy Rodriguez rookie, 499, Luke Raley, Cedane Raphael rookie on the rainbow foil. Chris Murphy to 2024, David Bednar to 299, Cedane Raphael on the throwback rookie. Vintage to 99, Charlie Morton, gold foil, Encarnacion Strand rookie, Nick Senzel to 2024, and Mark McGuire, 118 of 150. Gold or silver pack rookies. We had Dominguez, Westberg, Mauricio, Armstrong, Evan Carter, Pereira, Meade, Chanel, De La Cruz, and Caminero. Home run challenge, Matt Olson, Henry Davis, and Juan Soto. Hits of Jordan, Bo Bichette, Logan Webb, postseason relic for the Phils, and Castellanos. Wilson Contreras, Chipper Jones, autographs of Daniel Placencia, Dominic Canzone, and David Bednar for the Pirates. All right, folks, again, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Like I said, we'll get the random card done in a little bit. I have to figure out why it's not coming up here. And otherwise, hopefully I'll see you guys all tonight in the eBay breaks. Have a great night. Take care.